Have you ever wondered why there is such a lack of creativity in commercial real estate? Why so many buildings look the same and are so boring? Like this monstrosity right behind me. And that one right there. And you're probably asking yourself, which one are you talking about? Because all four of those buildings look the exact same. Same with that one over there. And then you have buildings like the Albion right here behind me, which is immediately next door and in between all of these apartments here. The developers actually took their time designing something very unique and played into the intangibles of commercial real estate. All right, we weren't really planning on doing this today because we were just gonna walk by and film outside, but the brand manager for the Albion, Steve, came out, saw what we were doing, and is gonna take us on a tour of the property. So let's go show you the inside.
Really, at the end of the day, we wanted to set ourselves apart. This is our lobby floor, what we're calling our grand lobby. The space as you're going inside is meant for their staff, and it's never meant for the person that's coming in. Ours was very intentional and meant for the people, our residents, the public.
Yeah, I mean, it's very open, and you've got so many different like seating choices throughout. So if you're by yourself or if you've got a group of friends.
We have these noise canceling pods here. This is really, really good, right? Like you step inside here, the light comes on, all of a sudden the audio is literally perfect.
Zach, we need to walk you in there.
Man, yeah, you can see it's co-working space that runs all the way down the length of our lobby space. So the grand lobby space is really, really meant for those co-working spaces and for people to really be able to utilize this and really work, man. As the space develops here, what I'd love to see is people utilizing this conference, podcasts, things like that.
Yeah, I like that. You've got such a wide variety of space as soon as you walk in, and I know y'all have some other amenities in the building that are pretty wild.
Yeah, that's right. We'll go on up here real quick.
Just look at the mailroom.
Yeah, the mailroom. I mean, everything is very, very intentional. And you're just grabbing mail, you know? Yeah. No secret, you can go anywhere in Nashville and find an apartment, right? We are covered in places to live down here.
Yeah. You can't compete on location when you've got an apartment complex next door, 3 down over there, 1 more, you know? I mean, it's all about how are you gonna differentiate yourself. There you go.
Nice.
I'm gonna get a whole bunch of comments like, he is so bad at golf.
Nice shot.
I don't care what anybody says, man. This is super, super tranquil. The Adventure Science Center lights up at night. So you're throwing some steaks, some kebabs on the grill, and just kind of really watching this at night is beautiful, man.
We were talking about this a couple of weeks ago because Mark was showing me around the amenity decks and we came out here and I was like, man, I've never wanted to watch an interstate more.
The best part, you don't hear a thing inside of your units. Welcome to the 4th floor podium space, man. This is a really, really great space because the view you get from here is gorgeous. So this here is our 4th floor fitness center, and your view from here is just insane. What we wanted here was for you to come in here and want to work out every single day.
You have to test them out. I didn't realize how difficult it is doing monkey bars as an adult because I've never done it. It's really hard.
Welcome to unit 411, man. This is a really, really awesome 2-story townhome. If you want to set up right here, get your chair and pow, tan. The entire time you're in here, you can do that, man. This is what's called our 04 stack. This is your Bruce Wayne lifestyle. This is the one where you just put your hands behind your back and don't say a word, man.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see you there.
So pretty cool that we got to tour the Albion. That project was $140 million, 415 units, which comes out to be about $337,000 a unit. Now to put that in perspective, in Nashville, most apartment complexes sell for between $300,000 and $400,000. So why would they spend that much to build that property? It's because when you create something unique that people go out of their way to go to, or you create this environment that allows that building to not compete with any of the other apartment complexes in Nashville, you get a super unique product that you can raise rental rates on. Your retention for tenants is going to be a lot higher. So you're probably wondering, how do I get creative with my deals? I've just been in commercial real estate for so long, I started to recognize problems or gaps within the industry that I thought somebody should fill. There's a couple of ways for you to go get creative. One, just spend time and always constantly be asking yourself, what are the problems here that I could fix? The second one, go tour other people's projects and see what they're doing to get creative. I have so many ideas for projects that I can be doing now, just having gone through the Albion building. That was so cool to see today. So now we're on site at US 41, which is a site that I was working on Dickerson Pike. It was gonna be a very creative deal. We're walking through the buildings right now. This was gonna be a 24/7 diner, which Nashville does not have and needs. This back building over here was gonna be a standalone brewery with a bunch of outdoor seating. And over there, we were gonna do a second version of the Wash. Now, the problem with super creative and unique projects like these is that they're very difficult to finance. Lenders oftentimes wanna take the easy route and finance projects that they know have been successful in the past. So when you're going out of your way to create something different, it creates this massive roadblock for you when you're going through the deal of trying to get your funding to make it happen. We were told by banks throughout the process that if we tore everything down here, got rid of the character, and built a nationally tenant leased building, like a Walgreens, they would have funded it in a heartbeat. But we didn't want to do that. Now, it doesn't take a creative, out-of-the-box developer to understand why a project like US 41, with all of the really unique amenities, small business forward, community building space, is going to be better than some national tenant leased property. But the problem, again, with these deals is the financing. And that's what we actually struggled with on that site. We had raised investor capital and bought the properties, and I had gone to probably more than 30, 40 banks trying to get that deal financed, and just kept getting rejection after rejection. We were still able to sell it for a break-even cost to get all of our investors their money back, which is always a win in my book. Just because that project didn't happen on that particular site doesn't mean that some version of US 41 won't happen at some point. Now, I'm sure the developers of the Albion had no issues financing their project. They're a pretty big development group out of Chicago, but at the end of the day, for multifamily, it was still a very creative project, and I'm sure that they had to explain to lenders why they were doing what they were doing. So look, there's always going to be risk in these projects. It's commercial real estate development, but you got to take the chance and try to push the envelope forward. And the more of a track record you build of doing projects like these, the easier it's going to be for banks in the future to lend to you because you've proven the model works. And every now and then you'll have a project that will hit, like the Wash. It's one of the most popular by far, which is funny because it is one of the smallest deals that we've done in a long, long time. It's a little 6-bay car wash that we converted into 5 micro restaurants and a bar with all of this outdoor seating. We now have a waiting list for restaurants to get into this space, over 40 restaurants deep. That's one thing I want to leave you with is, what can you do creatively on your projects that'll help you stand out from the rest and give you your blue ocean to swim around freely and find success?